What's up? I'm excited actually to teach this lesson to you kids because this like kind of brings everything together and it's a lot quicker than all the other junk that I've been teaching you kids. Right? So I just want to go over something really quickly and just do a quick overview on what we've been doing. Remember, we've been working with systems of equations, which is really two equations. We've been working with two equations, 2x plus 3y equals 6, negative 4x plus 6y equals 12. Okay, so we've been working with two equations. And we've been doing this for a while. We actually started graphing a long time ago, just one equation, getting you comfortable just graphing. Now, there's really what this is an equation of a line, and this is an equation of a line. Okay, and where those lines meet is our solution, right? So this maybe is the point like 0, 1. Okay, now that's one way that we could solve this problem. If you have two equations, which is really called a system of equations, right, you can solve by graphing. Okay, and I don't necessarily like that because it's not super accurate sometimes and it takes a long time. Okay, another way we can solve those is substitution. And substitution's cool. Like, I'll give it this like sad, smiley, kind of whatever face because like substitutions can be quicker, but it can be messy sometimes. And you can have fractions. And I've always given you easy problems on substitution last week, but like it's not the best. Okay, so this week we're going to look at elimination. Okay, and today, just so you know, today is going to be pretty easy, like really easy. Okay, this first lesson that I'm going to show you, lesson one, is crazy easy. Okay, the next lesson, I'm going to ramp it up a little bit. Okay, and then next week, we're going to bring it all together and it's going to be a little more complex. But still, elimination, I think, is the way to go to be able to not have to graph the lines and still be able to find the solution. So let's go over here and hopefully you printed out these notes. And what we want to do with elimination, let me actually bring it back over here really quickly, is we want something to eliminate. That's like the root word for elimination. We want to eliminate something. We want to cancel something, right? That's how you kind of eliminate it, cancel it. We've got options. We can either eliminate the x's or we can eliminate the y's. And you got to be smart enough to know, hey, do I want to cancel the x's? Do I want to cancel the y's? Do I want to eliminate the x's? Do I want to eliminate the y's? Okay, and how do we eliminate something? Well, we need opposites. So let me show you. Like a positive 4x and a negative 4x, right? If you put them together, they're opposites. Okay? They're going to cancel each other out, right? That's like if somebody gave you $4, right? And then somebody took $4 away, you got nothing. You're right where you started. Okay? And this is what we're looking for. We're looking for opposites. So let's bring it back over here. I'm actually going to switch this up to more like maybe like a 1.7. I'm feeling it. And we want to look and see where we can find opposites. Okay, is negative 9 and positive 2 opposite? No, but negative 10 and positive 10 are. Okay, can you see that right there? How? I'm going to bring this down to 1.5. Okay, you can see right here that negative 10y and positive 10y, they're opposites. Okay, they're opposites, and that's what we want. That's going to make us really happy. So watch what we're going to do here. We're going to add straight up and down. Straight up and down. So negative 9x plus 2x is really a negative 7x. Negative 10y and positive 10y cancel each other out. Okay, they eliminate. Okay, and let's add straight up and down here. Negative 21 plus negative 28 is -7. And if you don't know how to do that, get a calculator for goodness sakes. Let me show you. Because a lot of kids like, how do I get that? Look, do 21 plus -28. I'll put 28 and then make it negative. And then it gives me -7. Do you see how I did that? I did 21 plus -28. 21 plus, I'll say 28, and then I'll make it negative with this sign right there. And then hit equals. It gives me -7. You kids got to use your calculators if you want good with just basic arithmetic. All right, then what we'll do is we'll divide -7 and x equals 1. See how fast, and I'm going slow. So that could be really fast. You could get your x so fast, it's crazy how fast you could get your x with elimination or your y. Now, we have our x. We need to do something with it to get our y. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to substitute this guy back in here for x. You could do it to the top. You could do it to the bottom. It doesn't matter. You got to pick one, but you got to plug it in. So what's 2? And we're going to plug in 1 here for x. What's 2 times 1? It's 2, right? Okay. All we're going to do here, move this guy over by subtracting 2, and we get 10y equals -30, because -28 minus 2, just use your calculator, gives you -30. Divide 10, and y equals -3. You see that? And now we have our answer. We put it in a point form. We put our x first, and we put our y second. Boom. How about them apples, right? Yeah. Okay, if you need to pause it and get these notes down, go ahead and pause it and get them down. But I'm going to shoot over here to number 2. And number 2 is a special type of problem. I'm going to show you why. It's so fast. Okay, we're looking for our opposites, and we have them. We have a -7 and a +7. And look, these guys are opposites too. We're going to add straight up and down. Okay, if a -7 and a +7 cancel, they just cancel. These guys are opposites too. They cancel. What happens if everything cancels? It's a 0. Equals, well, what's 14 plus -8? I think it's 6. And we have 0 equals 6. Okay, does 0 equal 6? Not where I come from, it doesn't. That's a false statement. And anytime you have a false statement in math, you write no solution. Yeah, that one was quick, right? Now, what happens if it said something like this? 6 equals 6. Okay, that's a true statement. And if you have a true statement in math, you would say like infinite solutions. Okay? Yeah, 2 was fast. That was like crazy fast. Okay, let's come down here to 3. We're going to do 3 again as a class, and then I'm going to have you kids start to practice a little bit on your own. Okay, now the great thing is these are all for this lesson. I'm just giving you a heads up. For this lesson, you don't need to do anything except add straight up and down, because I have all the problems set up for you where something's going to cancel. Okay, so we're going to add straight up and down. Oh, I marked that up, and I didn't want to mark it up. Now, a -x and a +x are going to cancel, and they're gone. -9 plus -3. Well, that's a -12y equals 6 plus -6. That's 0. Okay, divide -12, divide -12, and y equals 0. Okay, so we found our y. Now we need to find our x. So what we do is we plug this guy in for one of the y's. I'm going to erase this to make it less crazy. I am going to plug him into the bottom. So we're going to plug this guy in here. What's 3 times 0? What's 3 times 0? Well, it's 0, right? And what's x minus 0? Well, it's just x. Okay, x equals -6. We have our x, we have our y. We'll write them -6, 0, and we're looking good. Yeah, that's a lot less math. It's cold in my room. It's a lot less math than graphing. It's a lot less math than substitution. Okay, man, I got my coffee. I'm still yawning. I'm getting old. This is bad. That's why I need you kids in here, man. It's like so boring. It's like me in my classroom. It's trash. All right, so let's what I want you to do is copy down number 4 if you don't have your notes. If you do have your notes, I want you to attack number 4, press pause, get an answer, and then press play and we can go over it. All right, so we're going over it. We're adding straight up and down. What's a -3 and a +3? It's canceled. That's what it is. So now we have a -3 plus -5. And of course we have a y, but I think we get -8 y equals 24 plus 24 is 48. Okay, divide -8, divide -8, and we get y equals, it looks like -6. Okay, that looks pretty good to me, right? So we need to find our x, which means I need to plug this y in somewhere. I'm going to take this -6. I'm going to show you that it works on the top right now. And I'm going to plug it in for y. See how it says y equals? So we got to plug it in for y. So let's go ahead and do that. What is -3 times -6? Because that's what I'm doing right here. -3 and my y is -6. Isn't that positive 18 plus 18? So what I have is -3x plus 18 equals 24. I'm going to slide this guy over by subtracting 18, and I have -3x equals positive 6. Divide -3, divide -3. X equals -2. Okay, we have our x, right, which is -2. We have our y, which is -6. And we have our answer. Boom. Okay, just a heads up, we're going to do number 5 in a second. And we're going to go over it. And 5 is so fast. And then we'll do number 6. We'll go over it. And then we'll probably be done for this lesson. And you can start your homework. Yeah, fun stuff, right? Okay, let's jump down to 5. Press pause, attack, and when you're done, press play. Let's look at 5. Let's add straight up and down. What's a -7 and a +7? Cancel. What's a +2 and a -2? Cancel. So you get 0 equals. Okay. What's a +8 and a -8? Cancel, right? Which is just 0. Okay, does 0 equal 0? Well, in my book, that's true. So I would write infinite solutions. What do you think about that? Solid? Solid, solid, solid? I think so. Okay. Last one for this lesson. Then we can kind of wrap it up and be done. All right, I want you to try 6. See what you can get for 6. I'm just creating some space over here so it's not so cluttered for me. Oh, I can slide over like that. Let's go. Give myself a little more space. Okay, pause and crush it. When you're done, press play. All right, let's get it. All right, so let's go ahead and add straight up and down. +8 and a -8, when you add them, are going to cancel. -5y plus -7y is -12y. And when you add 2 plus 22, you get 24. Divide -12, divide -12, and y equals -2. We're happy about that. I'll tell you what. Now we're going to take are -2, and since it's our y, we're going to substitute them in. We're going to plug them into whatever one you want. I'm going to go up here for our y. So y is -2. What's -5 times our -2? I think that's +10. +10, which means we have 8x plus 10 equals 2. Slide this guy over, subtract 10, subtract 10. 8x equals -8, divide 8, divide 8, x equals -1. And we have our x and our y, which is all we need, -1, -2, and there you go. Boom. Okay, that's elimination. The easiest type of elimination problems we could have, hands down. Next lesson, I'm going to add a little bit of spice. Okay, we're going to ramp it up a little bit, but it's not going to be too bad. And we'll do some practice problems, and that's going to be it for the week. All right, thank you. I'll see you for the next video.